broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh no, you should have started out with the chorus.
Cortez, you sound so nice in the song.
Cortez, take it away.
Have another word.
You were singing it all day. I don't want to. There you go.
It's the open mic night.
There you go. Yeah. All right, before this gets out of
That's the
hand.
high.
Welcome back to the after show for Faking It, Season 2, Episode 13. The gang's all here.
Reunited, it feels so
And
good.
It feels so good. I'm Sterling Cates. Right next to me, we have the...
That's
one and
you,
only.
right
me.
there.
Jewett.
Me.
I was looking at you, I was like, where is he looking? Like someone else was next to
Trying to
me.
see if I can
admiring
see
me.
this bump on my forehead. That's what I'm trying.
Lord.
What's going on, y'all? It's Cortez G West. Welcome back. Season, what is this? Season 2,
I already said that.
episode number 13.
You are not Sterling.
He was
Just
not
say your
listening.
name.
I already said all of that information. Thank you very much.
Moving
All right.
on.
Moving
Welcome
on.
back to my babies.
Kylie and
I'm
Roya are
Kylie
back.
Hodges.
Help me, please.
I'm so excited to be back. Say you are, Roya.
I'm excited. Don't hurt me, please.
I think everyone's a little excited to be back.
We're full of donuts.
This is what.
Thanks, Roya.
This is what Karma's saying to Amy.
No silence. You gotta say it. This is a podcast, Cortez.
So
thought the
Roya
words
and
were
Kylie, what's
Huh?
going on? What's
What
the
up?
hot gossip?
Oh,
We missed you guys.
Lord, I have been crying day and night until Faking It started.
Yeah, I know, right?
Missed
Well,
y'all.
and then,
Is that why
and then
your
the
eyes
2
so
weeks
puffy?
that,
Oh, that's just my natural tiredness.
and then you were
Thank
crying
Cortez.
so much you couldn't make it.
Yeah, I was
2 weeks.
weeping the first 2 weeks. I couldn't get out of bed.
Okay, yeah.
I was actually airlifted here
Dang, you got money on
because
your
I was
side.
so weak
I'm so,
from crying.
I'm so glad that you got it together to be with us.
I'm so happy to be
This
back.
episode.
Thank you for taking
What about
us
you,
back.
Roya? What's going on?
What's going
we
on?
miss
What
you.
happened?
Roya had to get airlifted up the PCH because she doesn't live in LA.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
So
hanging
my
from the
helicopter to pick
And
her
Roya's
up
back
from
with
San
the
Diego.
giggles, and we miss that. I think she makes us all giggle a little bit.
I'm sorry. I had too much coffee, so words are not going to form. Just letting
Yeah.
you know.
Your
I
words
might.
never form.
Good point.
Well, and
Very
now
good point.
Roya, since Roya's back, so are the donuts.
Yes.
So we're all jacked up on sugar.
We're tripping right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you should look at our engineer. He's like, oh my god.
He's shaking his head. He's like, SMH.
He's gouging his eyeballs out with a pen as we speak.
Anywho,
That's so funny. All right, let's get into the episode. All right, so what did you guys think of this episode? I mean, we can get right into it. Do we want to do some overall thoughts?
Reagan is so. I'm.
unknowing.
Thank you. Thank you. She's finally gone.
I know.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you.
is she though?
I
She
think
is.
that's her
She put
way,
a hammer
yeah.
on, or nailed the hammer, nail.
I don't think this is the last time we'll see her though.
Yeah.
I think so. But can I just say something about last week's episode?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like Reagan knew that her ex was going to be at the party. That's why she was pushing Amy
No.
to go, to show up.
She didn't know that.
She did. Why?
Oh, to make her jealous?
Yes, because she
Yeah,
works
I
in a
can see
waiting,
that.
like, her company.
Oh.
So in order to make the ex-girlfriend jealous.
Yeah, and Cortez, remember how we were like, that just seemed really forced for her to be like, oh, my ex is here too.
Yeah.
It, like, I could
Yeah.
definitely.
Just gonna
you
say-
would know who's like going to be working there.
And
Most
she was
definitely,
pushy for Amy, like, oh, there's an open spot. You should
Yeah.
come so I can have you on my arm and be like, see, I didn't need you.
Yeah.
Got
At
it.
first we thought she was just clingy, but now this episode we see that she definitely has those
Yeah.
jealous tendencies or to want to
Crazy.
make someone jealous. So I could definitely see that.
Good
for sure.
point, Roya.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah,
'cause I was
for
listening to
sure.
your guys' podcast.
Hey,
What do you think, Kylie?
I think Reagan is a serial dater, and so she just gets really possessive of whoever is like right in her sight. Cause you can't bully someone into being a lesbian, you know? And
Yeah.
what is wrong? What is so wrong about dating someone who's bi?
There's
Well,
nothing
yeah,
wrong.
there's nothing wrong with it.
If
but
you
I
love
think-
each other,
Yeah.
or there's a really
lot
strong
wrong.
So
bond.
she needs to
What-
leave her hang-ups in the past,
There
you
is
know?
a lot wrong with that.
What's
wrong?
done is
What's wrong with
done.
it, Cortez?
I would not date someone that's bi.
Well, I think it's just personal preference. It's not, you have to date it's whatever you prefer.
Why put a label? Like, it's just a
Yeah.
quote-unquote label.
Right.
It's,
I think to me it's more like from what I'm getting, Reagan will only be into Amy if Amy says, I am a lesbian, even though she seems to like Amy right now.
Yeah.
There's something more,
Yeah,
going
on it. Let's go ahead and just dive into that storyline while we're already, into the Reagan Amy storyline.
Here we are, we're in it.
So at the end of last episode, we see Reagan standing outside of Amy's window, like most of the characters do in this show.
On the
it's
second
like,
floor.
Yeah, on the second floor.
Dawson's Creek status.
She scaled the ladder or whatever.
Everyone's room is on the first level.
So, and she overhears Amy and Karma talking about how Amy's still a little confused about her sexuality and how she slept with Liam and all of these things. So, and how she needs to tell Reagan when she sees her. But Reagan ends up texting Amy saying she can't come over.
Lies.
Which is obviously a lie because she overheard everything.
She climbed up on the U-Haul that she parked in the driveway to get up to the window.
Exactly. So after all of that physical activity, she decided to just go home.
She just needed a good workout.
Yeah, she was like, I'm too exhausted for this conversation. I think I'm just going to call it a night. And so she ends up leaving. And then in this episode, we pick up and Amy goes over to Reagan's house after school, like the cool kids do back in the day.
And apparently Reagan lives in a meth house.
Yeah.
No, I think she lives in a co-op.
So then why are there sheets covering the windows?
Because it's like
That's very,
tapestries. I think it's
It's
like
hot in the
old
summer.
hippie-dippy. Yeah, like
Roya.
friends in college who didn't go to college but lived in co-ops, and it's like big houses with a bunch of people and cheap.
Sorry,
But she's
I've been
a
rewatching
musician,
Breaking
she
Bad,
has
so
five-
Just nasty people.
Your wires are twisted. But Amy, there's not a lot of privacy there. I mean, the roommate's like right next to them. But so Amy feels uncomfortable. Yeah, right.
Playing video games, playing Halo.
But Amy feels uncomfortable opening up to her in this environment.
Right.
But obviously Reagan already knows and is just waiting for her to tell her. But then ends up calling her a coward and.
Good for Reagan though,
Yeah,
for calling her
reveals-
out, being like, you don't have the balls to tell me. I think good for Reagan. But
I don't
very
think she
pushy.
should have just played those games with her. She should have just been like,
From the
look,
start.
look, I know what this is about. Like I overheard you with.
But let's
You
be
know,
real, we're
actually,
girls.
she
Out
did
of
right. She did
windows.
right by. I think she did good. I just think she came out too quick. I think she should have still gave Amy a little bit more time to tell her.
Amy wasn't going to tell her though, so she was kind of in the right of.
I'm suspicious of anybody who's willing to listen outside someone's window.
That's right.
But she
I don't
doesn't.
trust.
But Amy doesn't know that.
Well, she was coming
Until she
over
said it.
anyway. Yeah, well, she was coming over anyway.
I would have felt some kind of
guess.
way though, because then that means. Wait, let's talk about this lie you told me. Wait, you
Yeah.
were standing outside my
Yeah.
window, so then you lied?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely
I
call
think
out on
Reagan
that.
scared her ex straight. I think that's what happened.
That's
Just gonna throw that out there.
But so in this conversation though, Reagan is very upset with Amy because, as we learned last episode, she's been through this before with dating someone who wasn't exactly sure what they were as far as if they like girls or boys or whatever it is. So she's been hurt by that before, and so she's protecting herself in a sense. But she's also just still extremely jealous of Karma. She's thinking that Karma's making Amy something she isn't, and she's like, oh, is Karma telling you to do this or whatever? And she's like, well, Karma's not a lesbian, I am. And so it's just we get to see how jealous Reagan is.
How did she prove it to Reagan that she was a lesbian? Just by
P-Town, what you
kissing?
call it?
Just by kissing
P-Town.
her.
Yeah.
P-Town.
They went to
But did-
Population, Reagan and Amy.
But did you see? Question?
Question.
tell me what you
Did
think
they
about me.
That was
Do
great.
we? Yeah, I like that. Do we actually know for a fact that Amy and Reagan actually slept together, committed? Because that was
We do not.
Karma's
We don't.
dream that they had sex.
Yeah.
Because then Amy went down, or Karma, whatever the order
Yeah.
was. The dream within a dream.
Not in that particular scene, I don't think so. We just see them kissing.
So,
Yes,
I mean, we
yes.
don't know what level status that they are together, like how committed they are to
Right.
each other.
But
Yeah.
they want us to think that. I'm pretty sure the writers want.
I mean, we
want us to
know
think that
Karma's
too.
having sex.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
But do we know about Reagan and
half up.
Amy?
Did you guys hear the drums? I mean, the bombs being dropped when the guy was
video
playing.
game?
Yes, I was
No.
like, it came at right times, and then the second time it was like, boom,
The
boom, boom.
sound effects conveniently
I
synced
was
up
like,
with the scene.
wow. I wonder if that was.
Grand Theft Auto? Yeah, probably.
Probably was. That's so funny. So anything else before we're gonna get to the end later. I just want to pause there and then catch up with the other storylines.
Cool.
So we talk about
No,
the college
we're
stuff.
good.
So we start the episode and it's Liam, not Liam. I got confused with Liam and Shane a lot this episode, and it like freaked me out a
You
little
mean
bit.
Duke?
Shane and
No,
Duke.
but I kept. Anyway.
Okay, I won't try and get in your head. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
don't mess me up, Roya. But Shane is talking about how he keeps seeing Duke on Stubble, which is just Faking It's version of Tinder or Grindr.
Yeah.
And he's really only on it to see if Duke's on it.
So cute.
Which I mean, I think people do in real life. You know,
Yeah.
like if you see someone you know, you're like, oh well, I guess they're.
Oh, when the Ashley
doing
Madison
that.
hack came out,
Yeah.
I was like checking everybody's email.
What
So
is that?
Did you find
nosy.
anyone that you
No,
know?
I was kind of bummed.
What is that? What is
First
that?
thing, Ashley Madison?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
It's
it was
like
a
a
website for people who are married to cheat.
have an affair.
Yeah, to have an affair.
but there was the hack came out, then people made websites where if you typed in someone's email address, it would tell you whether or not they had been on that website.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
You can
I'm
like
sure
check
there's
all your
lots of.
Gmail contacts to see if any
Oh.
of like your bosses. Or
I checked
like,
my
anything.
boyfriend, even though I trust him. I wasn't.
Okay,
I was
Reagan.
not prepared. Yeah.
Reagan.
I went
Check
like
Kylie's
crazy
accent,
town
Reagan.
Reagan style there, I'll admit it. But he wasn't on there, so it's fine. But anyways, I think that's kind of normal. I actually have a friend who once he started seeing somebody, we were having this conversation of like, okay, when do I go off Tinder? Is it acceptable for me to just check Tinder just cuz?
I think whenever
He's-
you decide to be exclusive, that's
Yeah,
when
you
you
go
get
off.
off the
They had to have
website.
the Tinder conversation.
Oh, well, see,
And
that's
these
just
guys
this
had to
very
have the
new
Stubble
thing.
conversation.
That's
I
right.
believe how you met them is how you will lose them. So if you met them on Tinder,
They did meet
you
on
might you might lose them on Tinder.
Have you lost someone from Tinder, Cortez?
And that subject.
Oh!
Do you think that
Speaking
always
from the
works,
heart.
Though? Like, what if you meet at?
So I met my boyfriend
The
at a
grocery
comedy show. Am I
store.
gonna lose him at a comedy show? He's
Or
gonna
the
fall in
grocery
love with someone else on
as
stage.
far as things like that, apps like that,
like dating websites.
like dating
and that sort of
websites
stuff.
and
I
apps.
see.
That's
I
interesting.
see.
Yeah.
And so continuing with Duke and Shane. So Shane tries to play it cool when Duke comes to pick him up for school, and they're, canoodling on the bed, whatever.
Canoodling?
But, yeah. And Shane says, he's like, oh, well, if you're on the, they decide to be in an open relationship.
Shane
basically.
decided for them because he was just
Yeah.
word vomiting.
He
He's
was
like, "Oh,
just
you're on
like,
Stubble.
oh,
It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's totally cool. We can see other people. Yeah, open relationship. Great."
Yeah, we were all kind of like, why would he even say that? Like, he obviously didn't have much control because that's not what he wants.
I can relate to him. When I'm nervous, it's just all the wrong shit coming out of my mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can like that.
Oh yeah, like that. You nervous? Ooh, why you nervous?
But so towards the end of the episode, we see Shane kind of like wishing that he never said that, and obviously wanting to be exclusive with Duke.
Right.
And at the end of the episode, they are hooking up on the bed, and he says, "Oh," kind of just makes a comment about how many people Duke's hooked up with that night, and Duke kind of plays along with it. But then further into it, Shane gets uncomfortable.
Right.
And says that he doesn't like thinking of Duke hooking up with anyone else. And that's when they both kind of realize that they only check Stubble because they want to see if the other one's on it.
So
Which
cute.
is super cute.
So cute. I like the
So-
smitten Shane.
Yeah, and they decide to only be together, and they exchange I love yous.
Oh
Which
God,
is
the
true.
L word.
I was shocked
It was so
about that.
casual too.
Well, they've been through a lot together, but you
It's
see
true.
that Shane is super guilty still at the end about, not telling him that he's outed him.
Oh yeah.
Out of Duke.
As he should be.
Do you think he ever
I
told
know.
him?
I
kinda
think
got nervous
he's
when-
gonna find out in either the next episode or the episode after, and then they're gonna break up or
What-
fight over it.
I kind of got nervous for Shane too, because Duke was like, when I got outed, you were there for me. I was
Yeah.
like, God damn.
Yeah, because he outed
Yeah,
you.
exactly. He was ready. He's like, I'm gonna trip you, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Come
catch
on,
But I'm
shit,
gonna catch
right,
you. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Come to Papa.
Oh,
I wouldn't
it's
say
gonna
anything.
be-
Would you say anything? I wouldn't say anything.
I feel like
I'm
at
sorry.
this point,
It's too late.
There's
It's
been
too
too
late.
much time
So
that's
just
passed.
let it go, right?
But the problem is that other people outside of the two of them
No.
know. And so when that's
Yeah.
the case, I feel like it's all gonna come out eventually
That's
from
true.
someone.
I feel you on that.
Can only
I
fake
feel you,
it
I
for
feel
so
you, I
long,
feel
you guys.
I feel that.
It's true.
I feel you, Sean.
It is the name of the show, though.
Yeah.
So
Faking it.
might be a lot more faking it,
Yeah, maybe for a few more episodes.
so they can keep making
yeah,
it.
making
and baking it.
No, Court,
No.
you should have stopped it making it.
Okay, anyway, so then we have, there's not much within this episode, but Karma and Liam, we see at the beginning of the episode that...
Continue the 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, continuing the
Some real freaky stuff.
Yeah, the freaky stuff. And she tells him to meet her later with the handcuffs and the wax. And
Now, with
stuff.
fur on the handcuffs or no fur on, like, what do you think she was?
I don't know.
Fur.
She probably doesn't want fur.
No, she wants the fur.
Cortez wants the fur.
Okay.
She wants the fur.
I honestly don't know.
There's a lot of
I'm gonna let
euphemisms
Cortez,
going on.
I'm just gonna let
She wants
Cortez's
the fur.
imagination just run wild with this one. You're too
On
much.
to the next
You
topic.
are too much. Okay, so then basically, so the episode is called Future Tense. We're dealing with a lot of the characters thinking about the future, thinking about college, what they're gonna do over the summer to get ready for college. So Amy and Karma have always had plans to go to Clement University. And so basically this summer, which I mean we can all relate to, they got to figure out what's going to be good on their resume for their applications for college. And they learned that there's a summer program for that particular university where they can stay in the dorms and go to the classes and basically like it's like a trial run.
And it's free.
And it's free. So 30 people are accepted out of like what was it, 3,000 something?
3,112.
That Lauren said. So they've been thinking of doing this since they were kids. So
Beautiful mind over there.
Close enough.
That's probably not right.
It's right. Tell me if I'm wrong with right, guys.
He's so wrong.
Thanks for the help,
they're-
team.
So
Thanks
they
for the
talk to this
encouragement.
rep, and of course Lauren comes up and like with her business card
I
and is
love
so
Lauren.
prepared.
Drops the F bomb.
Yeah.
Or the
What?
S
The
bomb.
MF
One of those
bomb.
bombs.
It was the MF bomb.
It was
Yep.
the MF. Yeah.
When she sees Theo, who is now back at
Anthony.
Hester, Anthony, Theo, all of them.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who tweeted us last week and let us know what the name is, and now we don't know what name to actually call him.
Faking
Yeah.
it,
And
faking
Theo.
it feels.
We have
Thank
so
you, faking it
we have-
feels.
We have so many names to call, and we just don't know which one to
She
choose.
says,
I think
I'm
we
here
should
when
stick
you
with
need
Theo.
me. She said, I'm here if you need me.
Oh, that was nice.
By the way, do you guys, this is a little bit of a tangent, but do you guys watch Fear the Walking Dead?
No, I haven't
No.
seen it.
He's in the first episode.
Oh, really?
And because
Yeah.
of that episode, I cannot see him any
Any other
different.
way?
Yeah.
Whom? Theo?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of stuff lately.
So
I know he's just in straight out of Compton.
Well,
Just
straight
so
outta
busy,
Compton.
yeah.
if you, yeah.
You gotta say it like that.
Yeah,
You just can't
straight
say
out. I'm not
He's in,
gonna-
right?
Huh?
Yeah,
He's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays Dr. Dre's little brother. Okay, anyway, back to
Well, that's the more you know with Sterling and Cortez. Thank you for that educational
Tune
PSA.
in next week for
I
our.
hate Kylie. I hate you, Kylie.
Okay, anyway, so he's
Stole
back
his
at
2.0.
Hester because he. Well, you can stop.
Cortez is
Freya,
whitening
what
his
are we gonna
teeth.
do with them? It's like
I
I
was
don't
just
even
gonna
know.
quietly sneak away.
Take our headphones off and leave.
Okay, right.
Okay, so Theo is back at Hester High because his chief assigned him there after they outed him as the narc at the other school, and so now he's not going to do any more undercover stuff.
Well, he made a comment that he was tired of lying to people.
Yeah, well,
I think he's just tired of getting caught.
he's tired of
but-
faking it. Yeah, tired
be
of
real.
getting
He's tired
caught.
of faking it. Yeah.
Well, Lauren's just not going to like let him live it down, I think, and so it's like, well, this being
She's
undercover.
obviously still in love with it. Like,
Yeah.
Of course,
with
yeah.
that kind of anger, it's just a matter of time before it's like,
Yeah,
she's just gonna
This
go
episode,
after
she
him.
was angry a lot, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
just
she
mad at
needs some
everybody. She was
Xanax
just-
or something.
She
Well,
needs
Theo
some,
tells her that he wants her back.
Some lovin'.
Some.
She needs some lemon.
He wants her back, and Roya's just like over there. I just can't even. So Theo wants her back, and she just kind of blows him off in this first part. But then she like goes through with doing like the fire baton
Audition.
twirling
Well,
and
I
all
guess
that
I know
stuff.
audition.
But
Her
she
own
wants
audition.
she wants to make up for dropping the MF bomb.
Yeah.
AMF?
MF bomb.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn, I didn't know she did the AMF.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What is that?
What is
I don't
that?
know, but it sounded
Oh.
really big and scary.
I want to learn. Teach me.
That's for after
But I
the
mean,
after show.
we know that Lauren always wants to be, the best at everything and have that,
Yeah.
She's a
that
one-upper.
reputation. Yeah. But then the rep for the college tells her that she's a shoo-in because of the fact that she's intersex. And it's, it's diverse and, colleges do that. They look at that,
Yeah.
race, sexual orientation, all of that stuff is all a factor. It doesn't matter, like, sometimes it doesn't matter what your grades are or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you, like, fit a certain demographic, then...
Lucky to them, but I mean, for the wrong reason, though.
Yeah, if I were her, I would have been upset too.
Yeah, so when
Because
she finds that out, I mean, she has all of these qualifications. She's, the student body president or whatever it is, social chair, blah, 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 can twirl batons or whatever. She is like, so you're accepting me for my body. She said that in not a creepy way. Like,
you're making me so uncomfortable.
You want my body? Clement,
My
you want
mind
my
is
body?
telling me no.
But my body!
Oh, God.
My body!
I'm sorry, Sterling. This is what you get for having us all back together.
So
I think I
sorry.
just get that. Yeah, I'm gonna go
So
too.
sorry.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, so can we get back on the topic? Okay, great. So once she finds out that they do want her for her body, essentially, she goes to Theo and basically sits him down. I thought immediately it was going to be like
I thought it was about to let's get it on.
yeah, well,
She wanted the fire extinguisher somewhere else.
Yeah.
yeah. Roya.
Did no one else think that?
Now, live TV.
Hold on. Did no one else think that when he put out the fire for her?
Really? Not really.
Pervert. We need an adult.
Cortez is over here just sipping his water. Anyway,
All right, so
she said she wants him to tell her exactly why he likes her, which makes sense because if he's trying to earn her trust back or get her back or whatever, he needs to, prove it.
And I give it up to you, brother. I'm gonna give you a clap for that, bro, because that response was on point. That sounded like something I would say.
He gives he gives her all the answers that she was hoping that Rep would say, like that she doesn't back down, that she perseveres, that she's not a victim, and all of these things. Which Lauren is very much. What did he say? A badass. Something.
Tenacious badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that. It's
Me
cute.
too.
Yeah. So she is all those things, and if you want to be with someone who sees those qualities in you and not just the physical things. Mm-hmm. And so then she says, "Keep going. Don't stop.
up
Tell
the
me
good
more.
work."
Keep telling me." They share a little bit of an awkward kiss.
That kiss was so awful. That's like a grandma kiss.
That's because you wanted more. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
You
I
wanted
just,
that fire extinguisher.
I think for me is like now I think that woman is married now. She's in new married heaven and she
Focus
don't want to kiss on nobody.
on the show.
That's what I want to tell her.
Now you're giving acting tips?
I know, right?
Okay,
She's on a good show.
Cortez.
No, I'm just kidding. No, the kiss was just not. And I know y'all agree with me too, but because that kiss was not. It was like.
I mean, it wasn't like hot and heavy or anything like that, but
Well,
yeah. It is what it is.
take what you can get.
It looks like they're back together, and I guess we'll do
I
some
don't think
predictions
they're back
about that
together.
later.
I think he's on a leash with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
He wasn't on a leash before,
she's
but now
gonna
she's
keep
on.
making him work
She's
for it.
gonna
Oh,
be
yeah, of
this
course.
Shaboing wang wang.
What?
Sure. All
What's
right.
shwang wang wang?
Okay, so back to Amy and Karma. So Reagan has been offered this opportunity to go on tour with
Yes,
a
go.
band.
Take it.
Pussy,
Go.
What was it?
Pussy drumstick.
Pussy explosion.
Pussy
Pussy
explosion.
Isn't that what it's called?
She leans forward.
Yeah, I did
Pussy
write it down.
explosion.
I did write it
It
down.
reminded me of Pussy
It's Pussy
Riot.
Yeah, it was pussy.
The real
pussy
band.
Pussy.
it was pussy explosion. Anyway, I don't want to say
I know
that
my
one more
lesbian.
time. I don't want to say that
I didn't
again.
catch it. I'm sorry. Can you say it one more
You
time?
can ask Kylie.
Okay, what was it?
Pussy explosion.
Got it. Wait, what was it?
Anyway, so she's then asked to go on this tour, and she asked Amy to go with her. Says that, you can shoot the whole thing, make a documentary out of it, but Amy doesn't have any experience doing that, so I don't know how successful that documentary would be. But she obviously just wants her to blow off this summer program. And
I didn't like that.
go with her, which I didn't like
No.
either.
Yeah.
Because
That's so selfish. That is none
So
of
selfish.
her.
And I think that's why I lost so much respect for her then.
Yeah, she's not thinking about Amy's best interest,
Yeah.
just about what she wants. How selfish of you to ask somebody who's dreamed of going to college to not go to college so that it would make you happy.
yeah. Well, and this is obvious. She never once asked Amy, what do you want to do this
Exactly.
summer? She was like, well, I guess I should do this college stuff. She was like, well, just come with me, whatever.
She's never supported Amy. It's always been,
Yeah.
I'll support you, but we got to do it this way.
Yeah.
In a sense, like the pageant. You remember that when she was trying to bond with her mom?
Right.
Yeah,
And
it's always
she
on
decides,
her
like, well,
terms.
you got to come out and be like a lesbian, so that way it's. And she's like, whoa, that's not my point.
And like Kylie was saying earlier, you can't. Well, first of all, you can't force someone to be a lesbian, but you can't force anyone to do anything.
Right.
whatever. Okay.
Amy needs to come to her own conclusions with life.
Exactly.
And if they're meant to be together, then Reagan will respect her decisions and go along with it.
Exactly. And before this conversation happens, Amy and Karma they decide to fake it like they have passions, which if they really thought about it, I'm sure they could come up with some passions that they have that they don't have to fake. Yeah. So they make this very like Legally Blondie
awful.
Terrible
submission video
Yeah.
that talks about their passion for organic gardening, which they
I
turned
love it.
into a juice truck, which is obviously just Karma's family's
In the
truck
backyard.
in the backyard that she's living out of
Did
right
you
now.
guys catch the camera when it zoomed out? It went like this quickly over to the truck so it didn't look like you see the tent in the
tent and
background.
stuff, yeah. I just love that. I think my favorite shot of this episode was when they cut to the food truck and Karma's just in the background holding this really just like this like dead look on her
like
face.
a model.
It's so funny.
It zooms out of good karma. The truck is written in a good karma. Okay, that was a good idea.
So they show this video that they make to Felix, and Felix is like, yeah, this is absolutely not going to work. But Karma senses some chemistry or some sexual tension between Amy and
I was trying to figure that out. Did
I
y'all?
did
Did
not.
you guys? I didn't.
No.
I did
No,
not.
I
either.
I think that they're supposed to be, but maybe it's just not like translating as much. Because I
see, I thought
predicted last
Karma
week
was
that
pushing
Amy,
it.
that Felix was gonna be Amy's like.
I feel like Felix is gay. Like the way that they have banter back and forth,
Yeah,
it's very Shane-like.
See, I took it as like Karma's pushing Felix onto Amy as Reagan is pushing herself on Amy. Like,
Yeah.
there's two people pushing
Well, I really feel
on Amy
like
and
this-
neither fit.
Yeah, I really feel like this episode, Karma was like wanting to prove that Amy's not a lesbian.
Yeah.
Like maybe not that she's not a lesbian, but not that she's like 100% a lesbian.
Do you think that she was genuinely
Because
doing that?
she was like kept reminding Amy that she's sexually confused, which she is, and she keeps reminding Amy that she might like Felix, and like she's just seemed to be really pushing that point.
Yeah.
But do you think she was doing it genuinely, or do you think she was doing it for herself? Because maybe Karma is coming around to liking.
No, I don't think. I think
Karma.
that
I think that ship has
Karma
sailed.
is just
Think so?
really doesn't want Amy to change. And I mean, we both were like, oh my God, Karma is dropping so much knowledge this episode. And I think that was all really genuine.
Yeah.
She said when she was talking to Amy about Reagan that she shouldn't have to change who she is to make someone else happy, and that she can't lose herself to keep Reagan, which all makes sense. And I don't think that Karma and Reagan hate each other. I mean, last episode they were getting along fine.
Yeah.
This is probably the first episode of the season that I haven't despised Karma.
Yeah.
Like, Karma was actually normal in this episode, and she was a true friend to Amy.
Yeah.
Since we've seen in a while. I mean, there are little parts that I'm just like, Karma, shut up. Like, but not as obnoxiously. So that was the first.
Yeah. I agree
So I
with
lost my
that.
train of thought there for a second.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But I definitely think Felix is gay, and his dad is probably not for it, because if you look at the way his dad dresses and the way Felix dresses, it's very interesting, the style.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see
Interesting.
that. Or maybe Karma's putting these like thoughts into Amy's head that maybe she might be attracted to Felix, and then Felix will be like, "Yeah, I'm gay." Sorry.
Surprise.
Surprise.
And since we're talking about Felix and his dad, or I brought it up, what principal has to rent out a house with the family that used to live there in the backyard?
That's what we were saying, and especially
Is
the
school
he's the
district
pr-
really
he's-
that poor?
I don't. And he's the principal of that school because of that family, because of the drug bust.
Yeah.
It's
so
like-
don't you
it's
think
all
they
very
shouldn't be
interesting.
together? And
Yeah,
who
no, I
lets,
know.
when you rent a house, who lets anyone live in their backyard? Like, that's just a weird...
It's pretty weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're the owners, but I guess.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be like, hey, I want to rent you this house. It's beautiful.
And we're
Beautiful
gonna live
windows,
in the.
yeah.
And if you ever
But
need
I
to
live in
pay-
the backyard.
We'll be
Right
right
there, yeah.
right in the
I live in
back.
the guest
Yeah.
house.
I don't know. It just seemed a
Yeah, I
little...
don't know. That's strange.
Yeah.
A little... And...
Well, that's faking it for you.
Yeah. Well, Amy eventually comes around to figuring out exactly what she wants. And do you think that's exactly what she wants? Because after the conversation with Karma, she comes to the conclusion that she is a sexually confused girl who does want to go to college. I mean, Karma brought out the old like home videos and all of this stuff to remind her that, you know, college has always been really important to her.
And as a kid, Karma was still a little slutty little girl to get with the teacher or the professor.
Well,
did.
no, Amy
Prince or
said
whatever it was.
the prince was the professor.
Exactly.
But Karma was concerned about where the prince was. That's
Yes.
for sure, yeah.
Slut shaming the dolls.
I'm surprised with doll's legs were closed. But,
So she goes to Reagan, and I mean, they have a conversation that ends in the breakup. Reagan isn't willing to be with her at all, even though she is being very honest with her about
Good.
who she is. So Reagan says, you know, I can't get past this.
It's
Good.
time.
At least it's honest, you know?
Yeah.
You're on 2 separate pages. Get the hell out.
Does
Yeah.
this have to be the end?
Yeah.
One last
Can we
kiss.
have one last kiss?
I was like,
Oh,
is
yeah.
this going to turn into passionate goodbye sex?
Yeah.
And it didn't.
And then it didn't.
Did it?
Damn.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so I mean, I pretty much wasn't very surprised by that at all. And I
By-
don't
So
think-
crazy. I'm
By
so
what?
glad.
By them breaking up.
I was
and-
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Reagan at first, but now, like especially after this episode, just seeing how like pushy and
Whiny.
Which is
and
so weird
complaining.
because last episode I was like I was into Reagan. Like she was really wanting to.
She roofied
Yes,
somebody. You
exactly.
really don't think
So
that's
I was
can't
like,
be trusted.
no,
You
I
cannot
thought.
be
I mean,
trusted.
just but she wasn't
He's
as
really into
annoying.
that.
she wasn't as annoying. But this episode, it was as if she was just throwing all of her, just her being annoying all of me at one time.
But she
And
painted
I
her
guess
craziness all over the wall last episode.
yeah.
Well,
just point
but
that out
she
real
wasn't
quick.
annoying. She was helping
just crazy.
someone. She was just crazy.
Batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But this episode, I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sick of her.
Yeah.
I was
I think
just
we all kind
annoyed
of felt that way.
by her.
It's easier to say goodbye now.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Reagan lovers out there are not
Yeah,
gonna be
they're
happy with
not
us.
gonna be
Bring
happy
it.
with
Your character won't be there anymore.
It
So
has
bring
been
it.
broke. It has been broke.
Okay, the last thing we have to talk about before we get into predictions is Liam's storyline this episode. So
Sander.
yeah,
I mean,
so,
that's not his name in the show,
it's,
but
it's so
you know.
Jackson Lee, isn't that like a general from some war? Jackson Lee, like that name just really
That sound
stuck
like a
out.
pound
It's-
cake.
Feel like I feel like I've learned about like a general
Jackson Lee,
Jackson.
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so he is the art teacher or his boss or whatever from
Baby daddy, maybe.
before, and he's offered Liam scholarships in the past, and now he's back offering Liam a summer program that would look really great for a resume for college application or whatever. And Liam like decides that it's his dad.
How you just decided?
Yeah, that's
That's
such a
my dad.
weird conclusion.
Well,
to
Liam has
draw.
never known who his dad is.
I know, but like,
So
why this?
well, we
Well, I
tried
guess he
calling it
went
out.
to-
We tried saying that from when we watched it last season or
Yeah.
last half or whatever. We're like, that's his dad. Or at least
Yeah.
I was the one throwing that bomb down.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys weren't on the same train. But anyways, that was something we were
yeah,
predicting.
so it's back now. Yeah, and
So it's legit.
so it makes sense, and he has a past with his real mom, Robin, who is like his fake sister, but his real mom.
That was
whatever.
disgusting.
Yeah. So Liam is like totally riding this like he's my dad train the whole episode, and but it turns out that Jackson was just using Liam to get in with his family because he heard that Squircle was commissioning a mural or something, and so it's not actually his dad. He's like, yeah, I'm not your dad. There's no.
It's
way.
like, who's your mom? Oh,
Who's
yeah,
your
no.
mom? Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely
Did not touch
Oh,
her.
no.
No,
Poor
didn't touch
Liam.
that.
Still
So-
hasn't found his dad.
So not only did he find out that he wasn't offering him this summer program because of his talent or because of art in any way, but he was just trying to use him for his family. Story of Liam.
So maybe the principal could be his dad. Still leaves that opportunity.
The new principal?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Just saying.
Someone's got to be his dad.
There's
Someone
still
out
a daddy
there.
out there waiting for Liam.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it with Liam's character, just thinking he has a dad and then it not being him.
Poor guy.
I got scared
and not
though.
getting sex.
During,
And not getting sex
Yeah.
because at the end, Amy and Karma is
The friendship. They chose friendship.
supporting
Yeah.
Amy in the breakup, and Amy asked her to spend the night. And in my head, I was like, well, at least it's a bed. Like, it's better than spending the night. But she did have plans to meet up with Liam and do
So she would
50
have had a
Shades
different
things.
bed.
A different bed,
Yeah.
but
And
not
exercise.
as aggressively. More sleep, probably, in
Yeah.
this bed.
Do you think she would have stayed if she's being the aggressive person, you think she actually would have stayed at
I don't
Liam's, or
know.
you think she would have left? Considering her
She probably would
situation,
have left.
where she doesn't
when
have
you're
a bed.
friends with benefits, though, I feel like she probably would have left.
First of all, what are the parents?
This is MTV. They don't exist.
No
It's like
time
Disney.
for parenting in a 30-minute show, Cortez.
I see.
I gotta say though, when Liam was talking to the art guy, I was a little concerned that the way they were talking, like, oh, so you're ready? Yeah, I'm ready, or whatever, that back and forth, and they didn't say what it was that each of them wanted to talk
Yeah.
about. I was afraid he was gonna try to like hit on him or something.
You
like,
did
you want to go to
say
my
that.
car?
Yeah.
You want to go to my car right now? I got candy. Like I thought that's what I was gonna say. You know? I don't know.
I'm glad it didn't go that route.
Oh, I don't want to deal with that subject matter.
Sorry,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
glad
Probably
that
my
didn't
mind's
happen.
else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Roya's had some quick predictions
Yeah.
so far this episode. Thanks, Roya. Keeping us,
problem.
keeping us on our toes.
I'm back, guys.
Okay, anything else before we get into predictions?
Nope.
Reagan's crazy. Did I say that?
Okay,
yet?
yeah, you got
We
that.
got it.
You
We got
really
it.
hit that, nailed that
Got
one.
it. Yeah.
He is so ready to push.
All
that
right, let's
button.
get into predictions.
Woo!
Look. He was like, oh my god.
And now, AFTERBUZZ TV.
All right, so what do you guys
Now.
think? Let's start off with Duke and Shane. What do you guys think there? Will Duke find out that Shane is the one who outed him?
Yes.
But not from Shane.
No, I
Yeah.
think that his crazy new publicist is gonna do research and find out
Exactly
who the
who
source
did it.
was, and
That
that
makes sense.
can't happen.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I see that for sure.
Yeah.
But will they break up is the question.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
it'll cause a bump in the road, but whether
But
it's
I
a
don't
full
think-
blown breakup,
exactly.
I have yet.
I think a lot of
I-
people like the what is their
Duke?
hashtag?
Dane.
Shook.
Oh.
Shook. I don't know.
Shoot?
Shoot.
Dang.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Here I go.
That would be
Here I
good,
go.
but what's my witness?
Man.
So,
Okay, anyway.
But,
All right,
Sorry, guys.
Anything else on Duke and Shane? I don't know if they'll stay together or not.
I think Duke will stick around, like on the show, but I don't think they'll be.
oh,
together.
that's his. I mean, Shane was his first. I think he's gonna go back to Shane, man. Come on, you have to go back to you first. You can be mad on for a certain period of time, but then, because I think that in the end he's gonna realize why Shane did it.
Yeah.
because he's
Well,
selfish.
yeah, Shane just did it kind of selfishly.
Yeah, then, but now it's just the fact that now
Now he's in a better
Shane
place.
is in a better place. He's more mature, so he's thinking about being with Duke, and had never thought about that with anyone else, and even with
Okay.
Pablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pablo was trying to change him though too. At the same time, he was another Reagan-ish
Well,
for
and
short,
Duke,
short, brief moments.
right, and Duke was trying to change Shane as well. Duke didn't want him to be such an outie.
Is he a belly button?
Is that?
Yeah, he wanted to be more of an
He wanted
innie.
him to be an inner.
All right. What do you guys think about Karma and Liam?
I'm
that
so sick of
relationship
them. I'm
there.
so sorry, guys. I'm so sick of
I
them.
mean, we really didn't see much
Yeah.
between
I'm
them this episode, but I mean, do we think this is just going to continue to be a friends with benefits thing?
It's
To me,
boring.
it seems like it's being dragged on too
Yeah.
long. Like they just need to be together or not be together.
Maybe that's what the next episode will be, is they're addressing that.
I think they'll be together.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I know you guys mentioned Zeta.
Unless a new person is brought in.
I don't think
Yeah.
Zeta is going to be for Liam at all. I think she's got another motive. Like, she's going to be trying to sabotage Squircle in some way, like
She's
her
gonna be
family.
with Reagan.
Yeah.
I think that's what her backstory is. But maybe
Yeah.
you guys mentioned something about her and
Reagan.
Amy.
Mm-mm. Her and
Oh, well,
Reagan.
Reagan's gone.
Yeah, Reagan.
Bye.
I think
Bye.
I think it's
Bye.
out now.
Bye, Reagan.
Yeah.
Or Amy, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought. What was your question?
Liam and Karma.
Meow, meow.
Together or not
Zeta?
together?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Liam will like Zeta though?
No, they've been around. No, I don't think so.
No? All right. Okay, Theo and Lauren.
They're
I
gonna
mean,
be
they're
together.
gonna be
Back
they're gonna get back
together.
together.
It's gonna
But
be hot and steamy.
But she's
Is she
gonna be hard
17?
to get.
Is Lauren 17?
They're sophomores in high school.
They're soft. I thought they were junior.
I think
Oh, you're right. They are.
sophomore.
She's
she
sophomore,
says
'cause
she's sophomore
class
president.
president.
Okay, if
Oh,
she's
boy.
17, what they're doing is completely legal in Texas. If she's not, that's awkward.
She can't be 17 if she's a sophomore.
That's
unless
a
she's like
nasty-
held back.
That's
MTV show.
you would get in
Yeah,
trouble.
I don't
Dun,
know the act.
Law and
well,
Order.
at the beginning, so when season 2B started back, Karma said, "We're 16. Well, we're
But
not
Karma
virgins
had a
anymore."
birthday.
But
Remember
that
her
was
birthday?
just 2 episodes ago.
So then they must be 17 going on 30 or something. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, well, you know,
We'll
it
hear
doesn't
the
matter.
story soon
It's
of how
TV,
they-
not.
Someone's commenting
life.
right now,
You guys are
setting it
thinking
straight
that they're
for
going
us.
to be
Yeah, that's
together.
right.
I don't think that. I think that they're going to be together, but not in a relationship.
No, I think they're long term. I hope they're long term. That's my prediction. I hope they're long term.
And we basically
I would
already
hope that,
predicted
but-
that Reagan is out of the picture.
Yes.
So,
Not them, Theo and Lauren.
What?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, now we're talking about Reagan. It's
Why?
out of the picture.
Why bother?
When do we,
Yeah. No, but so
when do we
now
jump
that she
when
is
do we jump to Amy and Reagan?
the whole what?
I thought we were talking about Theo and Lauren.
Yeah, right. That's
were.
like, when do we jump
I
to
thought we
Amy and
finished.
Reagan?
I thought we finished. We had something else to add.
Never mind. Lead host always.
I'm with you,
trying
Quinn.
to-
Okay, so now that Reagan is potentially out of the picture, what do you predict for Amy? Because now she's just kind of left.
New character.
I think she's gonna find herself.
Who?
Yeah.
Amy.
Amy. I don't think she's gonna have any love interests for a few episodes. Is that cheating if you say that?
No, I think that would be
cheating.
good for her because
I think she
she's
might make out
almost
with some
too-
people, but not
Yeah.
like it's
She's
a dare
almost too
type stuff.
dependent on other people to figure out herself, and I think that would be a good prediction for her to take some.
Or she
do
needs to
some
find
reflecting.
someone that she's okay with casually dating.
Yeah.
She keeps getting sucked into
Yeah.
like
I think she's
serious.
gonna be after Reagan. I think she's done with dating. I think that the whole plot about Amy, Karma pushing Amy to think that she likes what's his name, Felix.
Yeah.
I think that's just a push for us to realize that Felix is gay. I think Amy is done with. I'm not Amy. I think Amy is done with dating for a while.
Yeah, I
On
think
the
she's gonna
show.
focus on being herself again.
Yeah.
Unless they
And
bring in
helping
a new
Lauren out.
character, the ones I just don't see any of the ones that we have.
Yeah. Unless they bring back the coffee girl or something like
Yeah.
that she went on a date.
Oh, yeah, her, the black girl.
All right. Anyway, any other predictions?
Did you guys just pause and giggle? Yeah.
we were like, what
All
are you
you guys
talking
look like,
about?
wait, was that racist? Y'all were like, is that racist? Did he say it? Glad he said it. Y'all are
Do you guys have
funny.
any other predictions?
I'm all predicted out.
I predict Reagan is gone.
Really? Wow, that was groundbreaking. Thank you for contributing to that last thought.
It's the explosion.
That's so funny. All right, guys, that about does it for us. Where can we find you guys on social media?
All right, Roya doesn't want to
sorry.
promote. You can find me on Twitter at the Kylie Hodges or Instagram just at Kylie Hodges.
And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya.
Wow, that's so
Meow.
amazing.
Meow.
You can follow me on all social media as Cortez G West. Make sure you also follow us at AfterBuzz TV. Really? Sterling? Okay. All right. Yes, that's Cortez G West, guys.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sterling Cates. And like Cortez said, all of us at AfterBuzz TV on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. And we will see you guys next week for episode 14. Thanks, guys.
Try to write your teeth.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.